Hello and welcome back to another FrightFest movie review. This one is for Secret Santa, and this merges two of my favourite things. I love horror movies and I love seasonal movies. You know, ones that focus on holidays, put horror and Christmas together, and pretty much you've got me instantly hooked on what you're going to have here. This movie is directed by Adam Marcus, the man that brought us Jason Goes to Hell, and with this he brings us a new holiday movie to put into the slew of other horror Christmas films that are out there. The main story here is all about April, a girl who is taking her boyfriend to a family holiday. It's Christmas time, they're getting together for a meal. This is a tradition. On the drive up there, she's warning them about how crazy her family really are and trying to warn him, prepare the man for the hell that he's about to go through. When they arrive there, they meet the mother, the sister, the brother, the sister-in-law, the father. They're all there and they're all extremely antagonistic. This is one family that just seems to hate each other. They come together because it's a tradition, but ultimately they're just not wanting to be together. They try to get on, but they're just tearing each person under as the movie goes on. And initially I was put off by some of the conversations and some of the way it was acting throughout the movie. It felt a little bit off and a little bit in your face. But as the conversations flowed and as the small arguments started to arise, you realised that these small arguments were fantastic for giving backstory. They instantly gave you how each person related to somebody else at the table, how a person acted to another person. So it gave you an insight to their personality and how they may not be the best person, or they could be a rather nice person. We have somebody who's always pleasant, always complimentary. We have somebody who's always tearing people down, always fighting, always trying to be antagonistic. We have somebody who has a smile on their face while saying the most obtrusive and horrible things. And we have this family dynamic. And about 25-30 minutes into the movie, something transpires. People start to go out of control. They're spouting vile at each other, they're tormenting each other, they're just escalating situations, and then violence erupts when a couple of the guys, their testosterone levels just take over and they start to fight and battle and destroy each other. This is a family literally at each other's throats, and it is a fight for survival. People are going crazy, bloodthirsty. Relatives that they've known for years, who they love but almost hate at the same time, are now their enemy, people they're going to have to battle. It creates a real sense of, why is this happening? What's going on? Who's going to be next? Who's going to be next to die? Who's going to be next to turn into another bloodthirsty monster type person? And there is a good explanation at the end of the movie of why it's all happening. But more than anything, when it kicks off, when it kicks into that top gear, it's relentless. It just continues. It keeps it going, keeps the blood, the gore, the fun, and just ramps it up to 11. It's really a movie that feels pedestrian in its first 25 minutes, but on hindsight, it really does build up the characters and their relationships before kicking it in to sheer mayhem, which is where I had a lot of fun, and I thought this is the kind of movie that I can put on and just enjoy every Christmas. It's bloody, gory, horrific, but also much fun. It's a crowd pleaser, it's a fun movie, it's one that's going to have you cheering at the screen with some of the bloody antics that go on here, and I'm trying to keep it a little bit spoiler free for what happens in the second half of the movie, but it's fun and it's definitely worth checking out. If you're looking for a new Christmas classic, a new horror movie to add into your cycle of horror movies, then I think I found it here with Secret Santa. It's a movie that I highly suggest checking out, and hopefully you'll get it pretty soon. It's going to be released from FrightFest, the label, hopefully in October, November time, just before Christmas, and I can thoroughly suggest picking this one up. It is fantastic.